Hello and welcome to Gap Stories. We focus on hidden and lost stories and try to fill in the gaps. Although these stories can't be considered accurate history, they are geared towards being as accurate to history as possible. Our goal isn't to rewrite history, but to portray history in a realistic way. Even documentaries have to embellish in order to push the story along. If you don't agree with the historical aspect, that's fine. This is mainly for entertainment purposes. But make no mistake, our goal is to stay as close to history as possible. Hit the like button and thanks for watching.
The royal palace of Memphis, a homecoming shrouded in grief. The triumphant return of Hor-aha to Memphis is met with a somber air, the jubilant cheers of victory drowned out by the wails of mourning. The Pharaoh, still adorned in his battle-worn regalia, strides through the palace gates, his heart swelling with pride over his recent victory.
Let the halls of Memphis echo with our triumph, for Kemet stands unbroken.
But the celebration is cut short as a high priest approaches, his head bowed, bearing the grave tidings of Queen Nefertep's passing.
Great Pharaoh, the heavens have claimed a star. Your mother, Queen Nefertep, has journeyed to the field of reeds.
Hor-aha's face, once alight with the fire of conquest, crumbles into a visage of despair. He falls to his knees, the weight of loss anchoring him to the earth.
Mother, you are the compass of my soul. How shall I navigate the morrow without your wisdom?
The palace, once a bastion of power and splendor, now stands as a monument to the fragility of life. Hor-aha rises, his sorrow chiseled into resolve.
Prepare her for her journey to the afterlife. She shall be laid to rest in Nakoda, with the honors befitting a queen of her stature.
The scene transitions to Nakada, where the funeral preparations are underway. The air is heavy with the scent of myrrh and frankincense as artisans and priests work tirelessly, the necropolis of Nakada, preparing for eternity. In the shadow of the sacred hills, the royal necropolis is abuzz with activity. Artisans craft exquisite grave goods, while priests recite incantations to guide Nefertep's car.
Craft a sarcophagus from the finest alabaster. Let it gleam like the moon upon the Nile. Her statuette shall accompany her, a sculptor to serve her in the afterlife.
The workers bow, their hands moving with renewed purpose.
It shall be as you command, my king. She will journey with the wealth of Kemet at her side.
Hor-aha turns to the high priest, his eyes seeking assurance.
Ensure that the rites are performed with precision. Her spirit must not wander lost.
The final farewell of Nefertep, the mourning of a queen. The air was thick with the scent of incense as the people of Kemet gathered to bid farewell to their beloved Queen Nefertep. The sky wept with them as if the gods themselves mourned her passing. Hor-aha, her son, stood at the forefront, his eyes brimming with unshed tears.
Mother, your wisdom has been the light of our land. Your kindness is the warmth that has nurtured our people. As I stand here, I feel the weight of your absence, a void that no one can fill.
The priests chanted solemnly, their voices echoing through the halls of the palace. The funeral procession made its way to the riverbank, where Nefertep's body would be placed in a beautifully crafted sarcophagus. The burial of a legacy. As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting long shadows over the Nile, Hor-aha watched as his mother's body was gently lowered into the sacred waters. The priests recited prayers for her safe passage to the afterlife, and Hor-aha felt a sense of peace wash over him.
Rest now, mother. Your journey continues beyond this realm.
The burial site was marked by a grand mastaba, its walls adorned with scenes of Nefertep's life and reign. Hor-aha stood before it, his heart heavy with sorrow, but also filled with pride for the legacy his mother had left behind. Queen Nithotep, a legacy carved in stone. In the annals of ancient Egyptian history, Queen Nithotep emerges as a figure shrouded in mystery and grandeur. As the wife of King Nama, the unifier of Upper and Lower Egypt, and the mother of Hor-aha, Nithotep's legacy is intertwined with the dawn of the First Dynasty, a pivotal era that shaped the course of Egyptian civilization. The life of Queen Nithotep, whose name means "Neith is satisfied," was likely of noble birth, possibly a princess from Lower Egypt. Her marriage to Nama was not only a union of hearts, but also a political alliance that fortified the newly unified Kingdom One. As the first identified Egyptian queen, Nithotep's status was unparalleled and her influence profound. The burial site of Nithotep. Nithotep's final resting place is a testament to her esteemed position. Her tomb, discovered in 1897 by Jacques de Morgan in Nakada, was initially mistaken for a king's due to its monumental size and the royal serek that adorned her name on several seal impressions too. This mastaba, a type of ancient Egyptian tomb, was a structure befitting a ruler of her stature. The legacy of Nithotep. Nithotep's legacy extends beyond her tomb. Her name has been found at various sites, including Helwan, Abydos, and Nakada, on clay seal impressions, ivory tags, and stone bowls, artifacts that speak volumes about her role in the early dynastic period too. Some scholars even suggest that she may have ruled as pharaoh in her own right, which, if true, would make her the earliest known female monarch in history. The mysteries surrounding Nithotep. Despite the grandeur of her tomb and the artifacts bearing her name, much about Nithotep remains a mystery. Was she the co-regent of her son, or did she wield power as a sole ruler? The debate continues, but what remains clear is that Nithotep was a woman of extraordinary rank, whose life and death were marked by the splendor befitting a queen of the First Dynasty. In crafting a narrative that pays homage to Queen Nithotep, one must tread the line between historical fact and creative interpretation. Her story is not just a tale of royalty, but a saga that reflects the complexities of ancient Egyptian politics, the role of women in power, and the enduring legacy of a civilization that continues to captivate the world. As we delve into the sands of time, Queen Nithotep stands as a symbol of the enigmatic past, her story etched in the stones of history, inviting us to uncover the layers of her remarkable journey from queen to legend.
We are glad you're enjoying the show. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button for us ladies. Please.
A new dawn. In the days that followed, Hor-aha found himself drawn closer to his son, Jer. They spent hours discussing matters of state and religion, their bond growing stronger with each passing day.
Father, you must not let grief consume you. Grandmother would want us to honor her memory by leading our people with strength and compassion.
You are right, my son. Together, we will build a future that honors your grandmother's legacy.
And so, Hor-aha turned his attention to his faith and his duties as king. He worked tirelessly to improve the lives of his people, building temples and monuments that would stand as a testament to Nithotep's reign. As for Hor-aha's sorrow, it never truly left him, but he learned to carry it with grace, knowing that it was a part of who he was, a son who had lost his mother but had gained a new purpose in life. The weight of the Sekhem, crown, royal palace, night. The opulent chambers are bathed in the soft glow of oil lamps. King Hor-aha, 40s, regal, weary, sits hunched on his throne, the weight of grief etched on his face. He stares at a golden urn adorned with lapis lazuli, containing the ashes of his beloved mother, Queen Nithotep. Two figures approach cautiously. Benarib, 30s, strong, regal, and Kenthap, 30s, intelligent, kind, Hor-aha's wives, stand a few paces away, their faces etched with concern.
My Pharaoh, we are here, Hor-aha.
40 days have passed. Still, it feels like yesterday her laughter filled these halls.
Benarib steps forward, placing her hand in his. Her touch is firm, grounding.
Grief, like the Nile, carves its own path. We allow it to flow, but we do not drown in it.
Your mother, Neithotep, wouldn't want you consumed by sorrow. Remember her strength, her wisdom.
Hor-aha closes his eyes, a flicker of a smile playing on his lips.
She was a lioness, that's true. Ruled with an iron fist dipped in honey. But how can I be strong when a part of me feels broken?
Benarib and Kenthap share a look. Kenthap steps forward, her voice soft but resolute.
You are not broken, Hor-aha. You are a pharaoh, a son of Ra. Your mother's spirit lives on in you, in your very Sekhem, your crown.
She places a hand over his heart.
We, your wives, stand beside you. We are your anchor, your solace.
Together we will weather this storm. We are your strength as you are ours.
You are right. Queen Mother wouldn't want me to crumble. She'd want me to rise, to be the pharaoh she raised me to be. For Egypt. For her memory. For all of us.
Benarib and Kenthap smile back, their eyes shining with pride. The weight of legacy, royal palace, day. Years have passed. Hor-aha stands before a large stone map etched with the Nile Delta. Beside him stands Djer, 20, bright-eyed, curious, his son and heir.
Father, where will I build my own tomb? Bigger than yours, of course.
Patience, young pharaoh. You have much to learn before worrying about tombs.
But you learned from your father, Grandpa Narmer. I want to learn from the best.
Hor-aha's smile fades slightly. He glances at a bust of King Narmer, his father, standing in the corner.
My father, he was a great leader. But some things are not easily taught.
Like what?
Like the weight of the Sekhem or the crown. It's not just gold and power, Jah. It's a responsibility to Ma'at, harmony, to the people, to the gods themselves.
But you make it look easy, Father. You talk to the priests. You make offerings.
Hor-aha turns back, a newfound seriousness in his eyes.
It's not always easy, Jah. There are doubts, whispers in the dark. Questions about the divine right of pharaohs. Whispers of rebellion from the distant nomes, provinces. That's why your faith must be strong. Are, the sun god, chooses the pharaoh. We are his vessel on earth.
But how do you know Ra chose you?
Look at our land, Jah. Fertile, bountiful. The Nile flows strong, a gift from the gods. This is Ra's favor, a sign of his approval.
So Ra helps the pharaoh keep Ma'at.
Exactly. We are the bridge between the divine and the earthly. But faith is a two-way street. We must nurture it, appease the gods.
Can I come with you to the temple tomorrow? I want to see how you appease Ra.
Of course, my son. You will learn the ways of a pharaoh and not just the power, but the faith that comes with it.
Whispers of doubt fade in Int Temple of Ra, day. Sunlight streams through ornately carved windows, illuminating the gold-plated statue of Ra, the sun god. Hor-aha, 40s, stands before the statue, clad in white linen robes, performing a ritual offering. Djer, 10, stands beside him, wide-eyed and curious.
This is an ancient hymn to Ra. Now is the time to praising his power and seeking his continued favor.
Will he hear us?
If our hearts are pure and our faith strong, then yes. The gods are always watching. This is just a small part of Kemet's Egyptian religion, Jah. There are countless stories of gods and goddesses, each with their own domain and purpose.
Like Osiris, the god of the underworld?
Indeed, he represents the cycle of life and death with the hope of rebirth in the afterlife.
Their conversation is interrupted by a soft cough. Benarib, 30s, regal but with a hint of sadness, stands at the entrance, her eyes downcast.
My apologies for interrupting your devotions.
Benarib, there's no need to apologize. Come, join us.
Benarib hesitates, then walks towards them. Her gaze lingers on the statue of Ra, a flicker of longing crossing her face.
Mother, were you worried about us?
Always, my little Pharaoh. Perhaps I should have brought offerings too, to appease Ra for my shortcomings.
What shortcomings, Benarib?
This story is to be continued. If you like what you see, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Also hit the notification button to be notified when the next episode is dropped. Also share this video with your friends. Why? Because this ish is dope. Tune in for the next episode of Gap Stories.